Alright, hi guys. Welcome to the game. See if we can get Jeremy in here. So this is Mind's Desire versus Merlin, Dragon versus Phoenix. Ooh. And it looks like he's starting out with a Satoshi here and he finds Kanjo. Interesting. Mind's Desire just gonna pass. Doesn't really want to play any of these characters. Oh, am I still... Oh, whoops. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, this is Pokemon. Ooh, Merlin bids 2 here, so he's on the old Phoenix box. Let's open the deck list here. So we see a couple of past conflicts. Alright. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, not bad. How about you?
Pretty good. Um, so, discarding the 2 Mendicants there. So it looks like nobody attacked that turn. Merlin's just going to claim the favor with his standing glory rather than risk hitting a bad province there. So now he has this Conjure district set up, which is pretty good. Ooh. We see Fushicho and Sukune. That's interesting. It looks like he is on Scorpion Splash. He has 2 Fate Worse Than Death, 2 Mark of Shame, 2 Collectors. Definitely an interesting deck.
I'm just trying to figure out what happened that first turn. It looks like Neil just passed immediately. Didn't play
Yeah,
anything.
he just took Passing Fate. Merlin played Satoshi with 1 Fate, and then they just passed all the conflicts. Um, Merlin is bidding low here. He bids 1 this turn. He bid 2 last turn. So he's down 4 cards, but he's at 16 to 6 honor, so going for a dishonor strategy, I guess. Um, he also went ahead and went for another mill with Satoshi there, found another copy, and discarded 2 Sukunes. So we could see, what were the bids on turn 1? Yeah, it was 2 to 5 on turn 1, and then 1 to 3 this turn. So we could see a charge on this Fushicho and then bring back Tsukune.
Yep. Yeah. So if Neil challenges here, he'll probably go for political just to avoid that charge possibility. Ooh, and covert out Satoshi. And he's got the Finger of Jade, so he should be able to break that province with Fushiko on it, most likely.
Yeah, so this is a really important tool in matchups where they have Fate Worse Than Death. Ooh, he's going for... Yeah, so he's going for Kanjo. Oh, this also stops Kanjo from hitting him, I guess. That's important.
Yeah.
So he's going to go for the Voiding, it looks like, to get rid of this Satoshi. Probably political, like you said. Um,
Oh, it looks like he went military.
ooh. Okay, yeah, he did go military. He found some Puko Seido, though. Which is interesting because now a charge would actually not add any skill here.
And he's breaking anyway. It might still be worth charging out just to get Sakune out on the board, but
He's going to play a Seeker of Knowledge, though. Oh, he has the favor, actually.
oh, so yeah, now that he, yeah, so either way, it would have stopped the break if he charged out, and now he's defending for 2 to 3,
Here's a Seal of the Dragon.
which, so I'm guessing he's going to Void Fist out that Seeker.
Yeah, that would be the only reason to play it.
Mm-hmm. We'll need one more card to play in between.
Oh, right. So Phoenix Stronghold, I forgot about that. That adds glory.
Yep.
So he could Stronghold his Seeker, and then he'd be winning this conflict. Ooh, there's a Force Shame. He's gonna Dishonor. That is definitely not what you want to have to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to affect this conflict because of the...
Right, but Dishonor
yeah.
Yokuni is not very good. So he plays a Pathfinder's Blade as well. Again, probably just playing out cards so he can Void Fist.
Yep.
We see 3 Censures, though, in the Phoenix deck. So, even though he only has 6 cards in hand, there's a pretty decent chance that he'll be able to cancel this.
Yeah.
He could also just, like...
So
so he Conjoed. I was about to say he could Conjo and then Fate Worse Than Death. Yokuni already got Dishonored, so that's missing out on a little bit of value there, but you could still do that to prevent the break here. If he has that in his hand.
Just going to look at Neil's deck. I don't know if he has any conflict characters with glory.
We see a Shrine Maiden. Ooh, discards Censure, Fate Worse Than Death, and Peasant's Advice. Not what you want to see there. He is going to use the Stronghold, though, so he is now defending with 2. Mind's Desire passes. So it looks like he'll just get the win here, but not the break.
Yeah.
Using the Conjure District to kill that Finger of Jade is pretty good as well, because now he won't have it for next turn if you see a Fate Worse Than Death. Although he just discarded one of those, and he only has one other one.
Yeah, and if he continues to low bid...
Ooh. So Yokuni's going to copy Satoshi here, and he gets a pretty large mill there. The only Imperial cards in his deck are the Mia Mystics, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Storehouse. So 3 Mia Mystic, 3 Storehouse. So that was actually kind of a large mill. Probably larger than he expected, but he still has 16 cards left in the deck, so...
Yeah. I imagine he'll probably keep at least the Yokuni and the Mystic.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty hard for him to discard cards from his Dynasty for the remainder of the game if he expects it to go along at all.
Yeah, so Phoenix gets the favor again. He still hasn't attacked yet. So he will have the favor now for the Conjo District. We see Doom Shugenja get played. He actually discarded the Mystic, okay. And he's just going to hard buy Fushicho here. Merlin only runs 8 spells. Okay, yeah, so the 3 discards is not really unexpected there, I guess. 2 5 fires, 3 display power. Oh, 3 Cloud the Mind, right. Shrine Maiden's still worth running, though.
And the Cloud comes down in Yokuni. It's interesting. There's actually no one for Yokuni to copy at the moment. I don't know that was necessary for him to play out the card, the Cloud the Mind, so quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's fine, though. Like, he has both of his Yokuni dupes and 2 Fate on him, so it's not like he's going to be going anywhere. So, he should get value out of that. I was gonna say that's exactly what you want the Mystic for, is to prevent clouds, but he went ahead and
Mhm.
discarded that.
Yep.
Yokuni is attacking the library here, finds Fertile Fields though, so gonna just give Merlin another card anyway. And Fushicho gets moved in but with favorable ground since it got converted. Going for the watering here. He actually chose not to use Fertile Fields because there's a Pathfinder's Blade. That's fine. So let's see. Is Merlin finally going to attack? He only has 6 cards in hand, so yeah, it looks like he is. There are 2 Fate on these rings now. So attacking seems pretty good here. If he hits Restoration, he only has to discard 2. That's probably another reason he didn't use Fertile Fields, actually. Finds Upholding Authority, though. So that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd have his choice of whether he wanted to try to break it or not, if he has any sort of pump.
Yeah, I think... Hey, Bill, how's it going? I think, like, it's not even... Ooh, I was about to say, I don't think it's even that tempting for Mind's Desire to try and force him to break this, because he only has 6 cards in hand, but it looks like he's going for it anyway. And Knowledge is, like, still pretty valuable, and you could potentially discard something good there.
Mhm.
Ooh, we see an Assassinate, though, on the Doom Shugenja.
I mean, he's got the Honor to spare, I suppose. Oh, on
Yeah.
the Shigenja. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. He doesn't want to lose it before the Shigenja would attack. I thought he was gonna assassinate his own guy to stop the.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that. Mind's Desire doesn't have to be afraid of Assassinate anymore now, though, so he plays a Wander with 2 Fate on it,
Mhm.
so it doesn't get Earth Ringed. So he will still have a character to attack with. You probably just, like, breaking this is fine, right? The only problem with
Yeah.
breaking, I guess, which is probably why Mind's Desire wants him to break, is that it also forces you to attack a different province next.
Mhm.
Although he's going to be going down to only 4 cards or less here after the discard, so Restoration actually doesn't do anything. Of course, the Void provinces are always good if he finds those.
Yeah. Although, with so few cards in hand and Anil losing one to the Earth Ring, he may not be able to throw a guy down for shameful this turn. But I don't know
Yeah,
that Merlin has anyone to attack with either.
yeah, that's true. He would have to have another conflict character. And if he does have one, Upholding Authority could discard it as well. Discards a Fate Worse Than Death. That's pretty good. So that means that Merlin is out of Fate Worse Than Deaths now. Both of them got discarded, which
These
Mind's
guys.
Desire is pretty happy about.
Yeah, Merlin has another assassinate. Court games display of power in Feral Nino. So
Evan said Merlin could have conjured himself there. I mean, I guess the only I feel like I don't like that, right? Because you don't get to conjure this guy now, and then you also don't get the Earth Ring, which is pretty good. The only thing it does is it saves your Fate Worse Than Death.
yeah.
Going for fire here so we can re-honor Yokuni, I guess. Merlin's just going to pass. If Mind's Desire has any kind of military or any attachment, I guess. Oh, this is political, but yeah, if he had a political buff, I would have expected him to play it, but it looks like he didn't. So he will get that firing. So
Yeah, I was gonna
Merlin,
say if he had a buff, I'm assuming once he buffed, then the Merlin just would have sent him home
yeah,
with the
yeah,
district. So
yeah. I mean, it definitely depended on his hand. Ooh, he could have display powered that, but probably not worth it, right? Like,
yeah,
if you
even
display
when he was already
power,
dishonored.
yeah, there's not really a good target. Uh, so I was gonna say if he wants to do his second attack, he has to hard play the Feral Ningyo, which you don't really want to do, so he is not gonna do that. Kushicho does put Tsukune back into play, so she'll be around for a turn.
Yeah, so I imagine right now that display is going to be saved for if Anil goes for the air ring.
Yeah.
Swordsmith with 2. He knows that there's an assassinate out there, so that's a bold play, unless he has a reprieve or another finger.
Yeah, I mean, he literally saw the assassinate in the hand, so I don't think he would play the swordsmith probably if he didn't have a way to protect it.
Yeah, or if he was going to play it, just play it with 0
Yeah,
or 1.
yeah. He can also find another card with the swordsmith, and he finds a reprieve, and he also
Yep.
had the storehouse to draw a card. So that's going to help out his hand size a pretty good amount. Ooh, consumed by 5 fires, though. That hurts.
Yeah.
So Yokuni and the swordsmith lose all of their fate there.
Yeah, so the reprieve, at this point, you might save it for the Yukuni. Just let the swordsmith get assassinated. He already did his job and drew a card. And keeping Yukuni around for an extra turn's probably worth more.
Yeah, it's not really worth reprieving a 0 fate swordsmith, I think.
Yeah, because of that, I think that the consumed by 5 fires may have been a little preemptive. He probably should have waited because he almost certainly would have put that reprieve down the swordsmith before a conflict.
Right, right. I think I was about to say that. I think it would have been better to wait for him to play the reprieve and then use the 5 fires. It looks like Tsukune is going to attack here and find Pilgrimage, contesting the air ring for that 3 fate. Man, look at the fate totals in this game.
Yeah,
11
to 19.
that's pretty crazy right there.
That's what happens when you just pass through the first round, I guess.
Yeah, true. Now they're getting all this fate off of the rings because of that.
Yeah.
So 2 characters defending here. All he has to do is prevent the break. He doesn't have to win. I mean, it's just the air ring anyway, I guess. He is at low honor, though.
Yep.
So they're just going to pass.
Yeah, I mean, Anil's especially at low honor when you consider that he only has those 9 cards left in his dynasty deck. So at some point, he needs to get up above 5 if he wants to be able to survive hitting 0 in his dynasty.
Yeah.
His dynasty.
He has at least a couple more turns before that happens, but that is
yeah,
true.
but you don't want to be hovering around 3 or 4 and then.
So Yokuni attacks Manicured Garden, coverts the Seeker of Knowledge. He's going for the Void Ring here. Wow, that's interesting actually. He goes Void Ring because it had a fate on it, even though he can't use it on Merlin's characters. What that does though is it prevents Merlin from using it on his Tattooed Wanderer.
Yeah.
So
it also is a ring that he can be sure isn't going to be displayed, I suppose.
Right. I mean, yeah, I guess Merlin could display that, but
Yeah.
all it would be doing, you could just assassinate the Wanderer if you want to get rid of it. So yeah, he's not going to display this. So yeah, I think this is probably a good choice. One thing I'm thinking about is the Phoenix deck has the only attachment control on the Phoenix deck is the Bayushi Collector. So if he wants to stop this reprieve, he has to dishonor Yokuni, which he could do probably with a firing. Yokuni's going to get conjured though. Merlin defended though, interesting. I feel like I don't like defending if you're just going to conjure anyway, because now the ring is claimed, and you don't have the option of using it if you want with Tsukune's ability.
Yeah.
It's going water here at Pilgrimage. Just going to save those other 2 rings to use with the ability. Of course, if Mind's Desire has a cloud, I think he would probably play it here, right?
See, added the earring.
There's the reprieve. Like, if you play a cloud on Sukuna here, sure, she's gonna die anyway, but you spend one card and one fate to prevent an Earth Ring and an Air Ring, which seems pretty good. Yep, there it is. So that's the downside of going for water there, is that you didn't get anything out of that, and now you just... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's leaving the good rings up so they'll get fate on them, which means Mind's Desire still can't really attack them since they'll get displayed. Hey, Arash, how's it going? So I guess that's fine. But yeah, Merlin's board is actually clearing here, so even though he got that big 5 fires off, MD is still going to have Yokuni to nothing, even though he is clouded. And the Wanderer, right?
Yeah, so.
Merlin does keep favor, though. Mind's Desire still has 18 fate, so I imagine he's just going to be hoping to see a bunch of big characters here and just play all of them. He has... I believe he has exactly 3 holdings left in his deck. He does see one of them. Ooh.
Oh, there's Mitsu.
So yeah, he does at least find Mitsu. He's just going to play that with 8 fate, sure. Pull up MD's discard. Yeah, there it is. Honestly, I might have even put more fate than that on him.
I mean, there's only one consumed by 5 fires left in Merlin's deck,
Right,
So it's
right.
effectively like playing it with 3 fate.
I guess, yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean,
I might have just done
typically,
10.
yeah, I was gonna say typically in this situation, if you weren't worried about consumed by 5 fires, I would expect Neil to put 4 or 5 on, so
Right,
9 or
right.
10 would have been good. But
Yeah, I mean 8 is plenty. He can still play the Mystic and the Doomed Shugenja here. We see Fushicho 1 fate.
huh.
Mystic can kill the Cloud the Mind so that Yokuni can copy Mitsu. Uona gets played. Mind's Desire could pass for the fate here, but yeah, you probably want the Shugenja more. It's going to be, instead of 7 to 10, it's going to be 8 to 9 fate. I don't think that's a big difference. So they both bid 1, I imagine. Man, this Forgotten Library is doing a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, I think Anil's going to be in a much better position if he has another reprieve for Yakuni, and he can get through to this next turn. He's probably going to end the turn with the favor because of the palace, and that takes the Kanto district offline.
Right. He's still going to be... Oh, there's the Cloud the Mind discarded already. We'll see if he has another one. If you have another one, you should probably just... Well, you could just Cloud Mitsu anyway.
Does he? So right now in his discard, the only thing he has to retrieve is Void Fist.
Yeah.
And if the Wanderer is assassinated at some point, he can just play it right back out.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna copy the bird. He's not gonna copy yet, that's fine. Hey Action Johnny, how's it going? Yeah, you could copy Uona and Hurricane Punch, although that's a non-unique character, so there currently are no targets for that. You'd have to play a conflict character or something. It looks like Mitsu's going to attack Senpuku Seido. Kanjo District can kick him out here.
So I'm not sure why he did military for this. I guess it doesn't matter since Fushiko didn't defend, but otherwise, if he had defended, he could have stopped the break.
Well, I think he did. I think he did military to. Yeah, the bird is unique. I think he did military so that he could covert Uona and she wouldn't be able to defend this turn because his next attack will be political. We see a 4 shame to dishonor Mitsu. He plays a Pathfinder's Blade. Interesting. So I guess he's trying to get Merlin to spend the favor early here so that his sentries will be turned off. Yeah, there's the Conjo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rule in this game is if you have an actual name, you're unique. If you don't have an actual name, you're just not unique. Like Seeker of Knowledge doesn't have a name, so she's not unique. Yokuni is going to copy Mitsu.
And
Oh, and it looks like he played a Hurricane Punch, actually. I think I
Yeah.
missed that. Yeah.
so you can use. So now you can copy that Hurricane Punch if nothing else. Though I'd imagine he'd rather Void Fist someone.
Yeah, I mean, it draws him a card, which is always good.
Yeah, especially since he is lower on hand size now.
Yep. Seeker of Knowledge attacking. Ooh, okay. Attacks the Imperial
Oh.
Palace. He's going to have to discard 3 cards now. Let's see what he discards. So this Phoenix board is actually looking a little bit scary now.
Yeah, right now I'd expect him to be playing to honor that Seeker and then buff it with his Stronghold, so it'll be coming in for 5 political.
Yeah. Discards Display of Power Court Games for El Ningyo. We see a defense with a couple characters here.
Man, what did Merlin keep in his hand if he discarded a Feral Nino?
Yeah, I mean, he could have 2 more, right?
Yeah. In the court games.
Yep. He could also have another Display of Power, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, he could.
Yeah, he has 3 in his deck, so.
Oh, he has 3? Okay.
Yep.
Then yeah, definitely. We see an Assassinate on the Doom Shugenja. Core games to honor a friendly character. Ooh, so just trying to get back some honor here.
Yeah.
There's... Ooh, he's going to court games as well to dishonor the Wanderer. He could just... no, you resolve firing either way, right? You just dishonor Yokuni. Because that... If you resolved erring, you don't actually care about gaining the honor. You just want him to lose honor. So dishonoring Yokuni is better.
Yeah.
So, yep. Merlin is going to win that conflict. Ooh, he does resolve the erring. I don't really like that. I don't see how dishonoring Yokuni is not just better.
I mean, unless he thinks he's going to end the game here this turn, because if he's planning to just finish Mind's Desire off, then he would rather take the honor with the earring, because if he dishonors Yakuni and Mind's Desire has another reprieve, then he can save Yakuni and not die this turn.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but at the same time, if he saves Yokuni, you want him to be dishonored, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the only way I can see it making sense is if he just plans to end it right now. So right now, I think Mind's Desire is put into a spot where he pretty much has to go for the air ring.
Well, he's going water here so he can unbow Mitsu.
Okay. Oh.
And then defend. He actually hasn't used Mitsu's ability yet this turn, and Yokuni can use his ability as well. He's going to cancel the Fertile Fields with the Pathfinder's Blade. Yep. Actually, air ring makes sense, says Evan. Explain. Mind's Desire plays court games to honor Yokuni. Pretty good. He's going to play Hurricane Punch as well to draw a card. Interesting that he coverted here, actually. I guess... I mean, I guess he just wanted to guarantee he broke it. Like, he could have tried to play the Void Fist in his discard if Fushicho defended, but I don't know. Merlin only has 2 cards in his hand.
Yeah, but they were the two of the best cards they decided to save from Resto. So
Yeah, that's true. Merlin passed his conflict. There's a cloud on Uona. So, okay, he's going to give Fushicho +2 glory. This is going to... He's still not going to get the favor because of Palace. Did he forget about Palace? I think he forgot about Palace. Or maybe he just did that because he could. I don't know. But yeah, I was going to say, playing the Cloud the Mind there suggests that he does not have a reprieve since Yokuni was his Shugenja.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just Mitsu by himself against all of these Phoenix boys. Oh, I forgot Mitsu.
And then Fujiko is almost definitely gonna bring back
Tsukune, I guess.
Tsukune.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty tough.
Wow, 16 Fate, and you get 2 Togashi Initiates.
Yeah.
I mean, his investigators are all gone. I think his masters are all gone. Yeah, he just milled, like, all of his expensive characters with that, I think. He only has, like, 1 Master Alchemist, maybe. I think he has a Raitsugu somewhere. Or 2.
Yeah, he doesn't have much for conflict characters to get him through this round either. I mean, he can use Mitsu to bring back one of the Wanderers, and he's got 2 Skirmishers somewhere in his deck. But
Yeah, so, man. Like, he's just going to lose next turn, right? Because he only has 2 Dynasty cards left.
yeah.
So he can honor both of the Initiates.
So I mean, he does. So I mean, unless Merlin gets a break, he doesn't have to ditch anything this round from Dynasty. But next round, even if he doesn't buy anything, the 2 cards that were on the Broken Provinces are going to go away at the end of the turn. So
Yeah, he can buy... Well, he can buy 2 cards, I guess. So he needs to... He needs to be above 5 honor when that happens. Merlin has the first conflict, though. That's bad. So he can just take this A-Ring off the table, and then he still has those Seekers of Knowledge. So Mind's Desire is going to go down to 3 honor here, probably, unless he can do something with this Mitsu. Currently, Mitsu is at 2 strength.
yeah, he has 6 cards in hand.
There's a Fine Katana. If he could Void Fist the Fushicho... Yeah, so he has another Katana. Now he's going to Void Fist. You need to cloud him here if you have it, but he doesn't. He has a Void Fist in his discard pile, so yeah. Oh yeah, if he breaks the Palace, that mills another Dynasty card as well. That's true.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just Void Fist there?
Yeah, save the Palace for later.
Okay.
So that's 6.
Yeah, so there's the Void Fist. So it looks like he's actually going to win this defense, probably. Um,
Yeah, but he could have done that without using a stronghold.
yeah, I'm not really sure why he used that.
Yeah, because I mean, right now I would expect him to go back for a water ring so they can stand Mitsu back up and use him on the defense.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I think he should have saved the stronghold for defense if he could.
Yeah.
Um, well, I guess so. Merlin could have used his stronghold on Mitsu, but then they would have just traded.
Yeah.
So you should have at least waited for him to do that. Uh, so yeah, he has to attack with the initiates, I think.
And if he attacks with both, he's got to be doing water. Yeah.
Yeah, so you stand Mitsu back up. You honor both of these
Yeah. So then you're stopping the
initiates.
unopposed. Both of them are going away, so you're gaining 2 honor. That puts him up to
Um,
6.
Phoenix will still steal one, I think. He'll go airing with
Oh, sure.
the
Yeah, that's true. So that'll
Seeker of
bring him back down to
Knowledge.
5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not defending the conflict if he has that other one of those other displays.
So I would probably just put one fate on each of the rings that don't have fate yet, so he gets one no matter what. Because Merlin doesn't really care what ring he picks. Ooh,
Ooh.
assassinate on an initiate. So that's going to be one less honor that MD can get now,
Yep.
which is pretty big. He is going to honor himself. He just puts the other fate on the void ring.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I think
I mean, you
Merlin.
really don't want to put it on fire. So it was pretty much between Void and Earth, I think, at this point. And Earth is still a good ring
Yeah,
for Merlin.
yeah, that's fine. Um, we see a pass from Mind's Desire. Let's see if Merlin has anything else. Nope. So that's going to be a break.
There's the display.
Oh, display power. Right.
Yeah.
We didn't know that he had one in his hand because he did discard that one earlier, but
Yeah.
he does have one. So that watering, he can just like unbow Fushicho now.
Yeah. And just crush whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you just
I mean, he's going to
kill.
go back to Resto. He's going to get rid of the palace.
Yeah, get rid of the palace. That means Mind's Desire will only be able to play one dynasty card next turn,
Yep.
and then he'll lose at the end of the turn if he doesn't get above. So like he just there's no way at this point. I think
Yeah.
Merlin had
Um,
to not have the display power there.
yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that Merlin is now going to get the favor, I think there would still be a chance that Neil could get a big enough guy to go in and get 2 breaks in a turn. I think it's
Yeah,
unlikely, but it's at
yeah,
least possible.
I
But
guess so.
I don't see how he could do it and deal with the district. He'd
Right.
have to have a finger of jade for the district and have the characters. It would be a really tough spot. If he pulls it off, that'd be
Yeah,
impressive. But
I mean, I guess it's still possible, but yeah, I don't really see it happening.
mhm.
So yeah, he's gonna go for the Void Ring. Just take that fate, might as well, and then resolve the air effect. He's leaving a Seeker at home just in case he needs it for the favor. Mind's Desire. He's lagging. Like I'm pretty sure he gets the favor no matter what.
Yeah, Mind's Desire will be going down to 2 most. Well, yeah, I think he's just going to go down to 2. I doubt
I
Merlin's
guess.
going to bother to remove the fate off of
Yeah.
Mitsu.
I guess if he had a skirmisher, yeah, he could tie the favor with a skirmisher if Merlin went all in here. So he's just taking the safe play and leaving one at home to guarantee the favor. That's correct, probably.
So
So
if he has a skirmisher, he could go back for
yeah, he does still
military.
have one attack here.
So if he goes in military fire, honors his skirmisher, he'll go up to 4 honor, and then if he claims the air ring with his first challenge and is
Yeah,
able to avoid any unopposed.
I mean, I think you just have to give that up at this point. Like, if I had a skirmisher, I might even just go Earth Ring instead of fire.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't think there's any way you get back enough honor. I think the only way you win is by breaking the stronghold next turn.
yeah.
And I don't even think you can do that, probably.
I was gonna say if he had skirmisher plus a katana or a bonsai, he could have
Yeah,
uh,
shameful.
broken a province, yeah, and then just gone in and
That's true.
tried to break the stronghold.
And he is
First
first
attack,
player
but
next turn, yeah.
yeah, but he's gonna be dealing with most of this board, Sakune instead of Fushiko,
Right.
but all these guys, I mean,
I think there's 100% chance he gets Raitsugu, because there's only one in the discard pile and one card left in his deck. So he could play that. He could get a Master Alchemist. I think you just play Raitsugu. I think that's the best choice you have. Is there one meat? No, he's seen all the Mitsus, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Storehouses. There's one storehouse. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna concede though. Yeah, losing all the investigators to that mill earlier was pretty bad.
yeah, and I just don't know that it was worth it. I
Yeah,
mean, because he didn't keep the mystic when he saw it.
right.
So the only thing he would have kept is a storehouse.
Yeah, he
I don't
was
know.
essentially just looking for one card draw, but
Hmm.
yeah.
And I mean, I guess I'd have to run the numbers to see just how unlikely it was for him to hit that many cards. But I don't
So
know that even if it was even if it was a 5% chance. I don't know if I'd take a 5% chance to almost be guaranteed to lose the game right there for one card.
yeah, so someone in chat was asking about it. Yokuni copied Satoshi and milled a bunch of cards. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean the thing about Satoshi is that the decks that run Satoshi have a really good reason to have him in the deck. Like with Crab, you get your Keeper Initiates and your holdings in the discard pile, and then you could rebuild them and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
guess I forgot he had the palace. So if he had
yeah,
flipped into the palace, that would have been huge for him.
that's true.
I mean, that's probably why he did it.
But it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like a 4 out of 7 to hit a card that you actually want there because there were all three Mystics.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I guess it's, yeah, like that's the question, I guess, is like, on average, is that play worth it? And I'm not sure what the answer is, but he went for
Like,
it and it didn't work out.
yeah, because I was gonna say the 3 out of 7 to get the storehouse isn't that huge. The 1 out of 7 to get the palace. Now, if he had gotten that to shut down Conjo District, that would have
Yeah,
been game changing the other way. So
that's true. Yeah, Conjure District was out on turn 1. It was just there the whole game.
I suppose if the question if the palace would have saved him there and milling as many cards as he did doomed him, then was he more? Did he have a more than 1 in 7 chance to get milled that hard? Because if it's less
Yeah,
than 1 in 7, maybe you take the chance. Because I mean, if he gets the palace, I think he just runs away with the game there.
yeah, probably. It's pretty unlikely though.
Yeah, yeah.
All
But
right.
so I mean, what did he have, a 15 card mill?
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah,
That's
I
always
mean,
annoying when that happens.
yeah.
All right, but that's going to be it for this game. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Some people are doing an artifact draft, so
Cool.
should be good. But
Have
yeah,
a good one.
yeah, thanks for co-casting with me, Jeremy.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yep. And thanks everyone else for watching. I'll see you guys next time.